we think of going out to eat as a social interaction that's conducive to connecting with people. We don't look forward to eating out like we used to. Going out to eat before and after carnivore. This video is about how Tom thinks I'm hilarious at all times. So we had a huge shift in our relationship to going to restaurants. Before carnivore, I would lament the fact that it was the only fun thing we did. We were trying to have other fun. We're kind of sad and lonely.
We were pretty boring for a while.
But we were so addicted to food, and it was an easy fix, and it was reliable, and it was within our power. So we went out to eat for everything. If we were sad, if we were happy, if we had a special occasion, if we just had a boring day.
Needed to talk about something.
Needed to talk, needed a break from work.
Had certain places to go for each thing.
Yes, whether if it was breakfast, and if he wanted to cater to what I wanted, or if we wanted to cater to what you wanted. So we kind of had the whole town, or any other towns around here we work in, mapped out based on what restaurants we would frequent. And of course, all the people knew us and all the things. So that was a little bit of social that we both like. Sometimes a little too much social because you get to know people too much. And then you're like, well, now we didn't get to talk about.
Just wanted to eat.
That was literally our number one and pretty much almost our only entertainment was to go out to eat. And we would eat whatever they served us. I mean, you know, the standard American diet.
Well, I mean, it depends what cuisine we're getting.
I know, we ate what they gave us.
I guess the Mexican
if we were at Mexican food,
that's standard American diet. Yeah, it is.
I think Mexican food is very standard American diet around for us. After we started carnivore, it became abundantly obvious really quickly that restaurants were not cutting it anymore.
No. Flavor, taste, trying to explain stuff to people, why you don't want the sides because nobody else is there that's eating them, or
what real butter is, because a lot of servers don't actually know.
Yeah.
And then they bring you what they think is butter, and then you're like, is this butter?
Take a little taste, you're like, no,
I don't think that's butter.
It's not.
Or please do not put seed oils in my omelet. They don't know what seed oils are. They're like, okay, there's the soybean oil in my omelet, which gives us heartburn and makes us feel crappy. Also, if we're going to have a steak, like, okay, let's just have a steak. Steaks are safe. But the cut of meat that they use, that they charge you $40 for, I could have 3 prime, like
big ones,
ribeyes or fillets or something
cooked
at
how
home,
we wanted it.
Cooked exactly how we want it. So the price, the quality, the options available, the adding extra sauces and sides, and like literally we hardly ever go out now.
Saves money too.
It does save money, more money for steaks. Here's kind of how we eat now. If we are going to be all day gone out of town on a job, and I'm going to be there with, like, you sometimes make your own, like, you'll bring a skillet and make some food, or you and Ella will.
Yeah.
Or I'll do it up because, you know, I got a lot of experience.
Or we'll just eat cold.
Or we can eat cold, like we will pack cold stuff if it's not conducive to, like, if we're at a remodel where there's people living there or whatever, we'll do hard-boiled eggs, and cold bacon is delicious. We've also found, like, chopping up kielbasa and frying those up nicely.
As long as they're crispy grilled, and then they're kind of crunchy.
Mm-hmm. Put a little cheese in there if we're having to eat something cold. But warm, we can do a pretty good spread at a construction site with a skillet, and we can make fresh ground beef patties and whatever. That works really well.
Eggs, whatever.
Snacks on the go if we're traveling or anything like that. And then if we do have to go to a restaurant, we'll go for social reasons. Like if we need to meet up with friends and that's like the only real place to hang out.
I guess that was what prompted this video. Was this weekend we were with some really good friends.
Yeah.
And we just went out to eat, and you know, they were real accommodating to wherever we wanted to go, wherever it would work out for, you know, carnivore way of eating. So 2 hamburgers for $20. I mean, they were good, but they still weren't.
They called it a 1-pound burger, but it was 2 half-pound burgers.
Yeah, and it was good.
It was good, but it wouldn't have.
But it was about the social.
Yeah.
It was about figuring out, for the price and what you get, you have to look at it like you're going out with your friends, and that's important. And it's well money spent for that, but it's not well money spent practicality or as good, but that's just how it plays out sometimes.
Right. We think of going out to eat as a social interaction that's conducive to connecting with people. We don't look forward to eating out like we used to. If it's appropriate to get something, I mean, we try to eat ahead of time if we know. Usually we're going to not feel full.
Right.
To buy enough food at a restaurant to fill us up on carnivore would cost too much money to make it make sense.
Yeah, because of all the fillers they give you to do that normally.
When you really think about it, they're not making their money off the meat. And they are going to still go mostly pretty cheap. Like the really good steaks and stuff, like it's not even worth it.
But the Sunday, I had snacked. Well, I say snacked.
We'd had some good snacks on the way up. So we weren't starving,
right?
Which helped a lot. So yeah, it's crazy because now we were trying to think about like, what do we do instead of going out to eat? Well, one thing that has really taken a lot of our time that is very rewarding is we learn about our health, our nutrition. We learn about how carnivore is affecting us. We watch YouTube videos and educate ourselves, which we highly recommend that anybody considering this way of eating will do.
Dig in on your own.
And it's super fun to learn together because we both love to learn. And so that's really cool. And then the other thing that takes up our time is this. Like we started sharing this because we have a lot of people asking us, what are you doing? And how is this working? It's starting to really be noticeable. You know, our different mood and size and all the things are starting to show up. So
well, and it's one more way to reinforce what we've learned to ourselves and to keep it in front of us because it's not natural to American way of life.
No, it's like you do have to reinforce a new way of thinking because it's like remembering that because otherwise the way we ate before.
56 years for me.
49 years for me. The way of eating was so unintentional and now it's so different. So it's just even being aware and thinking about we don't grab snacks. We don't just go to a drive-through and take whatever's available on the menu. Like it's our way of eating, what we feed our bodies is so much more on purpose. So I think you're right. Sure. We were kind of boring. We were just like, what's the next meal? Where are we going to eat next? And neither of us like to cook. We're both not people who cook. So I didn't really think about it, but it's truly worth it to spend a little extra energy to cook up whatever we want and have it the way we want. Tastes so much better, feels so much better, saves so much money. So that has become a non-issue as well. So I would like to think that carnivore has made us more interesting. It's true.
Maybe.
It's true. I'm going to believe it. We'll I can say it's true. You can't prove otherwise. So we would love to know from you. If you are thinking about starting carnivore, have you thought about your eating habits and how much you eat out, and does that bother you? Can we support you in some way? If you're already on carnivore, what do you do when it comes to eating out or eating on the go or needing the convenience of someone else preparing your meals? Comment below.